Hi you guys, it's your girl Teshiamonique here, and I just wanted to come on today and film another video for you guys really quickly, featuring some of my favorite foundations. Yes, because foundations are the root of everything that you apply on your face. All stems around your foundation. So yeah, I thought that I would share with you guys just my current favorite foundations. I think that these are more so for my skin type, which I am an oily girl. I do have oily skin in the T-zone, and then also it's worse in the summer months or the more humid months versus the cooler weather months. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there as well in terms of when you are deciding on a foundation to select. Let's just jump right in. I have all of my foundations here that I wanted to share with you guys, my favorites. These are all favorites. These are all the ones that I pick when I want to be just flawless. I want my skin to just be on point. They work great for photos. There's not a lot of flashback that I've ever noticed with photos, and you guys know I love a good selfie. So yeah, they are tried and true. But I will show you guys these and just kind of tell you a little bit about them as we're going. So if you're interested in seeing my favorite foundations, then just stay tuned. All right, let's just jump right in there. The first one that I wanted to recommend to you guys, and that I like to use more on an everyday basis, like if I'm not really going anywhere super special, but I want to put on some foundation or makeup, you know, just to have a fresh face for the day, then I do tend to gravitate towards these three foundations more specifically. First one that I wanted to recommend, and these are all drugstores, so they're very affordable for you gals. I really like the formula on this, and I do say that it is comparable to any of my higher end formulas like my MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is a really good formula or foundation to wear for every day, and this is the L'Oreal True Match, and I have mine in the color N8, which is cappuccino, and it works really good with my skin. It works really well for everyday use. It gives you a flawless finish. Like I said, I always apply my foundations with my Pretty Girls kabuki style brushes that are very gentle on the skin, but they also apply really flawless and nice, smooth, even look to the skin. So yeah, highly recommend those brushes. I have done a review on them before and kind of gone through and said how I use them to apply my foundations. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I will definitely leave the link below so that you can check it out. So that is my first top pick that I like to wear for an everyday use, and I like that this gives me a really great coverage without being really pricey, so that if I want to wear my makeup every single day, which I love to do, then I'm not feeling like, oh my goodness, I don't want to put any on today because this is so expensive and I don't want to use up my bottle or go through my makeup and that sort of thing. So this is very affordable. I'm not sure of the price, but I would say it's no more than $10, and you get quite a bit in this bottle. Dries really nice. I don't have any problems with like shine or any of that stuff, because who has time for that, all that blotting and reapplying and that sort of thing. So when I put this on, it does give a really smooth finish, but also it stays put. So I love that. Yes, highly recommend that. It's one of my favorites. And the next one that I definitely want to recommend to you gals is by Revlon, and this is the Revlon Color Stay, and this is a 24-hour formula, and I really love this. I found myself really liking this formula, 40 Mahogany, and I think that for them the color can be either for my skin tone, and I'm usually an NW45 gal in MAC, if that helps you guys to kind of pick the colors. But I find that it's either, like with this one, it was either a little bit airing on a little bit too dark and then a little bit too light. So as you can see between this one, it's a lot browner than this cappuccino. And I tend to want to go more so with this color because it gives me a little bit of a brighter undertone and more of a glowy finish that I like. By the time you add on your concealers, your highlighters, your setting powders, and all of those things, as long as they are more true to your skin color. I mean, you don't want to be way off with your foundation, but I'm just saying something that is, you know, it's really spot on for me. But like I said, I like to kind of air a bit lighter, but this one is not bad. It's just really spot on. So like I was saying, once you add in like your highlighters, your setting powders, your concealers, and all of that, and just really blend all of that zhuzh together, it's going to give you the look that you're going for, or at least it does in my case. So really, really like this formula. It is long lasting. I don't have to reapply or reset or touch up or any of that stuff during the day, which is really, really good. So I love this one also for an everyday all day kind of coverage. Really, really good. You will be surprised that some of these drugstore formulas are so amazing. I love it. So I like this one a lot. And the next one that I have that is also a drugstore brand, and you guys have heard me talk about this one as well. This is the Fit Me from Maybelline, and I really, really enjoy this. I came back to it recently and started using it again, and I found that I have fallen in love with it all over again. It is such an amazing formula, you guys. Now this one does have sunscreen in it, but I personally have never had any issues with flashback or taking any pictures and looking kind of chalky or like kind of having like a ghostly kind of ashy look on camera. And I really love it. I really highly recommend this one. Again, all of these drugstore brands are $10 or less. I want to say this is closer to like $6. And the formula is amazing on this. Like, I highly compare this to my MAC Studio Fix Fluid. The colors are great. They do have a wide variety of colors. Sometimes that can be an issue finding your right shade, but they really do have a lot of complementary colors, I will say. And you know, at first I even found myself, like, when I get a little bit more bronze during the summertime, that it's easy to mix this 355 with, I think it's a 360. It's not hard to mix these two as well, but the consistency is really, really great on these as well. And I really like the coverage that this provides. Buildable, but it's also, you know, just depending on how you want to wear it. It could be a light to medium to full coverage, just depending on how you build. So I really, really like that as well about the foundation. They do have two different types. One is their matte and poreless, which is more for the oily girls. You know, it's supposed to be more blurring with the pores, but also a matte finish. And then they have the regular foundation, which was their only foundation for the longest. And this one, you know, is more for normal to dry skin, I would say, because it feels really heavy and kind of oily on the skin. But just depending on your need, you pick up the one that you want. I do have both because, like I said, for the longest, their original formula, they did not have an option for us oily girls. So just depending on your skin type and what you prefer will dictate which one you get. But you cannot go wrong with this. I mean, if I had to pick one and only one drugstore product foundation to get, like if that was all I could get from the store, it would be these Fit Me by Maybelline, because they are really, really awesome. So if you have not tried this product yet, you need to go pick it up, girls. It is so amazing. And this next one I wanted to mention to you guys is from Clinique, and it's the Even Better SPF 15 makeup in the color Amber. And I actually got this just as a free sample from the Clinique counter, and I went ahead and tried it out. I've been using it this summer, just kind of throwing it on, like on days when I really don't have anything to do but want to put something on. And I've actually really been loving it, really loving it. I've worn it to the beach a couple of times and to the pool, just, you know, wanting something on, but not like a really big full face of makeup or anything. And I found that it's been working really amazing. It's a light coverage, but it is buildable. It does have SPF 15 in it, but it's a really pretty finish. You know, I'm an oily girl, and I haven't found that it's made me oily or that I've had any breakthroughs with oil. So I am going to pick this up in the full size and add this to my collection, because I really do love this as an everyday foundation. It have SPF 15 in it. I have not noticed a lot of flashback or anything like that when I've taken pictures or even filmed in it. This is what I wore in my bronzy beach tutorial, so if you guys haven't seen that, definitely check it out. But this is the foundation that I used, and it lasted all day. It was very pretty on, and yes, just really nice. So I'm definitely gonna add this, and I do recommend this foundation by Clinique. Next two products are my absolute top two, holy grail, die hard, can't live without, all that jazz foundation products. And you guys have heard me mention these a number of times if you've been watching my videos, because I absolutely love them and swear by them. So I will kind of put them in an order because I find that I have been putting them in a little order. I really love and have been loving my MAC Studio Fix Fluid. And this is I'm the W45 in my MACs. And it looks like this. It is a liquid foundation, and it is absolutely amazing. The coverage is brilliant. The finish is flawless. It is probably, I would say, a medium to full coverage foundation. I really, really love it. This has been my go-to foundation for the longest. I know a lot of people sometimes say it's like feels heavy or kind of cakey, or you know, that it's a cake face kind of makeup, but I don't find that. But I mean, I don't mind it either, as long as it leaves my face looking super beat, super flawless, and super gorgeous. Then okay, I'll be all of that. I'll be a cake face, I'll be, you know, heavy face, whatever, whatever. But it's a really, really pretty, really gorgeous foundation, and I just love it, you guys. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than this to me. But really it does, because I have one more that I love just a little bit more, I would say, because I found that in terms of like what I reach for, like this I will reach for because I know it's going to absolutely give me a amazing look and just, you know, a super flawless face. But then I don't know why, and they're both great, but I just seem that when I want something that I know I have like an even more special occasion, or I just want to be like extremely amazingly like 100% beat to capacity, is my Estee Lauder Double Wear. And this one, I have been ranking them. I just inadvertently, I'll see that, you know, this, like if I'm going out on a night on the town or date night or something like that where I'm going to be taking pictures or I'm filming, you know, and I'm just only filming, then this is the one that I find myself going for. And this is Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I'm in the color Sandalwood. It looks like this. And you guys, this right here, if you just want like a phenomenal makeup that is just everything, then this is it. And you will hear so many people raving about this, and in all honesty, the reviews and ravings are 100% true. It's just 100% gorgeous. You will not be disappointed in this foundation. It's just the formula is really beautiful. The way that it wears is amazing. And it sets in place. It's supposed to be like a long-lasting foundation to where you put it on in the mornings and you don't have to touch up or do any of that. I mean, I don't find myself having to do any of that anyways with any of the foundations that I mentioned to you guys. So you have some great higher end formulas that I have given you as recommendations from the drugstore that I gave you as well, that are absolutely phenomenal. So just depending on how you want to spend your coins, whether high or low, then these are all great options. I highly recommend all of them because they are just amazing. But those are my order of ranking that I would say go for it from least favorite. But I would say in terms of the ones that I'm recommending out of these, this is the order that I recommend them in. But essentially they are all fantastic foundations, and you will be happy with any one that you pick. Guaranteed, hands down. Quote me on that, seriously. As you can see, all of my foundations are liquid foundations or liquid products. I don't tend to wear powder foundations. I mean, I used to back like in high school and stuff. When I was just getting into makeup or just learning how to wear makeup, I would just kind of put something on because I had problems with acne and I just wanted to put something on to provide a little coverage. Never really gotten back to wearing powder, just powder as a foundation. I am a liquid foundation kind of girl. I also used to wear Studio Tech, which is a cream-based foundation, which is a really, really great product, really great formula. But now that my skin is oily, I tend to stay away from the creamy kind of emollient type foundations because they don't really work that well for my skin type. I find that I'm oily with those. So I wanted to mention to you guys some alternatives, which would be the Studio Tech. If you are more of a normal to oily skin gal, then those will work great. And then also, I do use these powder. I do use powder to set my foundation. So it's kind of like, you know, for some it might be a bit much to have a liquid foundation and then set it with a powder foundation. But really, it's just how heavy or light you apply your makeup that would make it be like a cakey feel or light feel to me. So when I go in with my powders, it's essentially just to set the application of my liquid foundation. So it's not a heavy, you know, I'm not like double duty where I'm putting on a whole nother layer of powder foundation or makeup. It's more so just a little pat here and there just to make sure that I'm setting the makeup so that it's not getting oily or breaking down on me later. So I did want to just mention the two foundations that I'm using that are powder based. And the first one that I set with is my dark skin finish natural mineralized powder by MAC, and it's a really pretty foundation. It's really light and it's got a lot of reflective material in it, so it's not giving you a flat matte finish. And I really like this one. I highly recommend this. It's very light on the skin but gives you the coverage that you need. Some may opt to wear that as just their foundation, and that would be perfectly all right. You know, I just don't like a kind of powdery look. I would like a more natural skin look to my makeup, which is what I have here. Yeah, so that's just me though. It's just a preference. And then another one that I do set with, and this used to be my foundation, a powder, and this is the Studio Fix, and this is in NW45, and this lasts me forever. I have hit pan on it, as you can see, but I do use this to set my makeup, and this gives more of a matte finish. So if I'm going for a more matte look, then this is what I'm going with to set my makeup. Like if I'm wearing something like the Fit Me by Maybelline, which has a little more of a dewiness to it. So that's it, you guys. Those are my top foundation favorites that I wanted to share with you guys. Those are all of my foundation favorites, and then a couple of powders as well. That is it, you guys. That's everything. Those are all of my favorite foundations of the moment, and I hope that you guys find one that is suitable for you and is in your price point, and yeah, it just gives you that perfect coverage and that flawless face. I think, like I said, that you would be happy with any of the ones that I recommended, and I would love to hear your feedback. You know, if you are in love with any of the ones that I recommended, then leave that in the comments below. Or if you have any other options that you think are fantastic and you want to share, then leave that as well. So that's it for my video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and until the next time, thank you again for watching, and as always, I love you. Mwah. Bye-bye.